Alright, let's see. Does it work? Can you hear? Alright, 1 second. Okay, so in this stream, hi guys. Okay, first, hello guys. In this stream, I'll be showing how to use Muppet scripts and how to like write them and tips and tricks and stuff like that. The thing I'm not going to show is like how to program, how to learn how to program and stuff like that. So you'd have to learn how, if you don't know anything about programming, sadly that's gonna be very tough to, well, to explain, because like it requires a lot of time in understanding and learning. But basically there are a lot of resources online which you can find and learn by them. Anyways, so in Mappet, scripts can be accessed by pressing the Mappet dashboard, and there is a scripts panel. So like by default it's over here. Then in options, controls, and Mappet, you can see creative dashboard is equals. So it's this key, equals. So once we're in script, there's a REPL, a read eval print loop, and you can add new scripts like test. So Muppet scripts are written in JavaScript, and it's ECMAScript 5, ES5, or ECMAScript, I think it's like that, it's spelled 5 version, which is basically, it's not very new, it's maybe like 7-8 years behind of the actual new features in JavaScript of, I think it was ES6. And so yeah, like it uses old where you have to name like test, so you have to use var, there is no these arrow functions and other fun stuff like classes and stuff. So these are the scripts. So stuff like, yeah, I shown that you can let, even though it's highlights here, for example here in REPL. So this is where you can kind of like quickly experiment with code. Let's say var a equals hello world. Nothing happened defined, but if I just type in a, it will show that it's a variable. As well as if I print, let's say print hello world. So here, as I said, for example, let a equals b equals 10. It's not gonna work because let is not a thing. I'm not sure whether use strict. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna work. Yeah. So same thing with const c equals 10. It's not gonna work. Only var for variables. Some stuff like, for example, if we have, I think it was a equals, for example, I'll have an array of numbers. Okay, so that's a. For array has 8 elements that I here have. By the way, in order to scroll through history, I hold Ctrl and pressing the arrow keys. So if, for example, I want to have only the numbers that are I don't remember exactly how it works. Let's see. Print A. As you can see, it's gonna return those values. Filter functions basically remove filters an array, so it removes stuff that you don't want. For example, if a think so, if let's say I want to only have odd numbers in my, I'll have a length var b for each print, and you see it would be only even numbers. So filter works because it's ES5 feature, and other stuff that is like let and const are not. So here you can try, for example, like hello world. I think that's a thing. As you can see, it changed all them. So basically here you can try out different stuff. Besides trying out JavaScript stuff, you can also here have access to actual like world and stuff. And for example, let's see, there are 3 variables that are available. C, which is a script event, then S, which is a player, and Mappet which is a script factory. So those variables allow you to kind of like also try stuff that is available in scripts themselves. For example, let's say S set motion 0. So as you can see, my character in the background gets tossed up because I set the motion of my player to 1, which is like launches the player upward. For example, another thing I could do is if I have here multiple cows, maybe not multiple cows, just entities, and from so var entities, I can get the server, then get entities, so it uses the same like target selector thing. So cow entities would be an array of cows basically. So for I in fingers, what is that? Entities. For entities, cow equals entities that I. So cow set motion. So as you can see, I can also launch all of the cows upward until they die. Yeah. Anyways, so as you can see, those variables also allow you to try out different stuff. So clear, just typing in clear abc, clear, it removes everything. There is also like Muppet factory, which allows, for example, let's say here I am, and let's say I want to turn myself into an item. So what I can create, Mappet create morph, then I'll need to insert here a morphs MBT, which can be pasted by right clicking, and morph, pick morph, let's say so yeah, insert, and then set morph. Now I'm an item. Or if I want, I can change that to something else like, no, think tank. So yeah, so you might ask where all these functions come from and stuff like that. So these ones are all coming from Mappet's scripting API. So there is a scripting documentation over here. It's an in-game documentation. There are like lots of pages and examples. And for example, let's say, so here are the section covers main scripting API, and you can like look through different places here of what's possible to get. So for example, Mappet variable, which is available everywhere, which is a script factory, right? I will go I script factory. There are a lot of things that, a lot of like those functions that show also the example. For example, let's say create block item var and then site equals Mappet create block item. For example, if I take that, copy, it also says what it does, what its arguments, what it returns, and description, for example, like that. And it sent in the chat this. This is the BT code for the item. For example, if I just print it, oh yeah, string, no, supposed to work. Stringify maybe. So for some reason it did. Wait, serialize. There we go. I change print, it would say the same thing, and I can copy the text if I want to. Anyway, so here, for example, then I can take, for example, position of the player, which is like this, I think, and then using another method in a world. So I script world, this is like this. I can drop an item stack. So here I got the world get drop item stack, I think. If I want, I can also select the name of the function, open in docs, and here I would have, I can just copy that, I guess. So instead of that, I'll have world. So items as underside, and if I execute, as you can see, I got 64 of these blocks. So yeah, this I can execute and try out, and it works. If I don't like that block, I could create, for example, I don't know, just block item. So diamond block, I remove this one, item, and I'll have 64 block of diamond. As you can see, you can do a lot of things here. You can also do things as, for example, send an action bar. That's another method, which is, for example, which is the script player. Send action bar. Send message to player will be displayed in action bar. The duration of action bar is like 60 ticks. So let's say hello. As you can see, here is the hello. Then if I want to, I can color it using color formatting, which is like, let me show you, 7, 8, 9, it was A, B. Oh, it didn't work there. Okay, so instead of, so in some places this works, but if it doesn't work, then it'll be you'll have to use this code, which is basically it just is actually the section symbol. You can see hello in different colors. So yeah. So there's a lot of methods and that could be used to basically to make different, I guess, like modes and stuff like that. So like there's a lot of possibilities you can do. And for example, there is also UI API, which allows to create basically more or less flexible UIs. For example, it doesn't work because wait, what? So some of the stuff, of course, not gonna work here because it requires a proper script. So, for example, I'll go back from repo, go here, then I'm gonna run the script, and to open a UI. There's only one button that gives me a diamond, which is very overpowered, I guess. There's a lot of examples in the documentation of how this, what you can do with this. For example, here is another example. If I copy, paste it, and start, if I'll press 100 times, I think something gonna happen. It's chat, I think. You have finger. So if you want to experiment with script quickly without like creating a new script, there's a REPL. Wow, I crashed Minecraft. GG. I wonder what did I do. Wow, that was terrible. Yeah, while it launches, I'm gonna need sheesh, that voice, Lenny face. Thank you. Привет. Hi. Hello. Hello. And now we have here spam. Wow, wait. Why cannot I cannot take and report. Even bots pornography. Cool. Cool beans. Naked chicks, we see you have a good time. Oh yeah, I should have banned. Because I also put in timeout. Oops, and I also accidentally removed Ivanchek's message. It's a real multi-MC, but I don't think I have. I didn't migrate my Mojang account yet to Microsoft. I reported that. Yes, thank you. For, okay, now it should be all sorted out, and let's go back to script. So first I crashed Minecraft, then I also. It's not cracked. Just don't go. I just don't want to migrate account yet, I guess. Anyways, back to tests. So here here is a script, and I can do like stuff with this. So here, here are in scripts you can have multiple functions, and that's why here it works. So you have like function main, which is basically the default function that is imported. So there are multiple functions, and the main one it just opens the UI with one button. Then it also creates a UI that is basically a link to a handler function of this script, which basically handles the input from the UI. So for handling the UI input from the user, there has to be first get the context, then you check what was the last UI element was interacted with, which is why you have to give IDs for the button, and then from the data you can check like different elements. For example, in the UI button, they have they send data back once the interaction like happens. So the command specified color box with a label on top, which allows trigger handles. Then it gets written to UI context how many times the button was pressed. So that's why I can check for the button presses by how many times it's pressed. Let's say I'll change it to 10. I'll run the script, and at 10 it's, well, I guess the script was if it's more than, it would send to the chat that we have winner. Not to just to the player who pressed, but also to everyone basically. That's why probably it's a good idea to change to player that send we have a winner. So now it's gonna send only to the player who pressed it, but as I'm the only player here, it's didn't change anything much. So that's UI stuff. You can check, there's way more examples. For example, text box. I can check. My name is like, what's that? Giovanni. Giorgio? No. My name is Giovanni. You can call me just Giorgio. So yeah, your name is Giorgio. I can press a lot, but there is a delay, as you can see, like delay, which is what basically happens because so text box, so UI elements. For example, here I have UI, then basic UI component, and has update delay function. So if I change the text box update delay to like that's a second, wait, what is that uses? Milliseconds. So now that is a second, and then it updates. So like, of course, as you can see, it takes some time, so I could type in finish the name and then it would work. But if you want like instant, you can just change to 0. Then launch, then it immediately updates if it's necessary. So there are a lot of examples here. Stack element, string, there's also morph component. If I take that and try it out, hello there. As you can see, like you can create a lot of stuff with that. So yeah, another thing I want to talk about is oh, that's wrong. So let's say you have see, right? It's a variable. Oh, I want to talk about a couple of helper functions. So in scripting, we have a script factory, and there are methods like dump. Wait. Nice. Oh yeah. So for example, this example, right? Great, and I messed it up. So what it does is it allows me to print all the information. So, wow, that's a lot of data. So basically what it does is, for example, if we have a variable, so like morph, right? It's a custom morph. But if I want to know, well, what kind of data does it have, for example? Like, I want to see what's its key, for example. I think, right? I can get key. Alex is its key, and I think there's a method to get key. So if you want, it's also. I think there's also more.name, which is the ID of the morph. There's a lot of things you can do. Oh, I'm trying to. Didn't work out. I tried to pin it to the screen on the side. So Mappet to dump, and there's also Mappet dump without. It's just gonna it's not gonna. So with great. Oh, because it's too much data. Okay, I'll try again. Muppet scripts, then for example it's a item Muppet create item Minecraft diamond. So besides, if you have like besides documentation, so as I said, there's a documentation, so I create an item stack, so you can have like all these methods, which is not exactly a lot. So get count, and that's serialize. So as you can see, it's Minecraft diamond. But if you want to know, like, well, you does it have more stuff, you can see it has those methods as shown in the documentation. Get count, get item, yeah, and stuff like that. But for example, let's say you have dot stack. You can also see, oh, I guess get Minecraft item stack. You can see all these methods, and the thing is, it's not very useful. So to elaborate, so basically most of the scripting stuff have basically like entity, for example, it has all these methods. Basically those are like wrapper methods. They are calling Minecraft's code, but if you, for example, take the actual so Mappet dump was CS, so those are script player and stuff like that. If you want to get actual entity, I think, no, actual like player, and there's like lots of methods, which is like you can do way more than whatever encryption API allows. So there's a specific amount of like you can do, but those are not exactly readable, and like you can see there are some values that can be understood. That's clearly a language. So if I go and then take field 71148 CG with this, I guess I'll just remove dump. I guess you can't access it because it's a private information. So basically, in so if you have a modern environment, there are such things called obfuscation mappings, I think. And what do they have is basically MCPSRG, and those, for example, let's say it was that field 71148 CG, the field 71148 CG, which is a language variable of a player. So if with those it's called mappings, you can find what is actually named. For example, here is like, I don't know, this one, function 193105. 194105. 1931 105T. So the player and has disconnected. So yeah, there's a lot of variables that can be used if you know what you're doing, but it's not very easy to do. And I guess I don't think I'm gonna be able to fully like explain what everything does, but I want just to give I guess just tips for experienced people, I guess. I don't know. So another thing I wanted to show is basically the way scripting works. The Nashorn, I think not. Yeah, the scripting engine that is used by Mappet. You can, for example, have a shortcut. For example, if I want to get a player, I usually have to to type in seed get player. The player will be like this. But the way this works, there's also, you can just type in c.player. It's basically, it turns something like that. You can see it's gonna be true. It turns like it can access a getter, which is basically get something like that. Yeah, as a field, I guess. So yeah, that's basically wait, let me gather thoughts. That's basically thing it, but I want also to show a couple of examples. So let's say iron door. Let's try. Let me try to show you how to create. For example, if we have a puzzle, let's say iron. Let me build something. So let's say we have a puzzle. We press the button, there will be a menu, and then if I complete the puzzle, the door would be open basically. So how can this be achieved? Let me first Can Mappet script trigger hotkey toggle be comparable with player record feature in Blockbuster? What do you mean, like Qt cookie? Can Mappet script trigger hotkey toggle morph of player be comparable with player record feature in Blockbuster? Meanwhile, I wait for a reply. So how this can be done? So first thing I need to do is basically to write a UI. I'm gonna just call it puzzle. So how it's done? So let's see. So it was, if I remember correctly, Mappet create UI. That needs create UI string script events, and so handler. So we'll create a UI with a handler. So this UI would have a button. I think that's UI button complete. We should have ID of done. To have a label UI label let's say so this equation, and there'll be like two numbers. Yes. We'd have an ID. I think no, actually we don't need an ID for that. There'll be also text field. Just text box equals UI text box. I think that's what it was. Yeah. So what's the argument for that? So no arguments. A string. Right, and it would have an ID of text box. Then I need to place those elements. So if I remember correctly, it was so x 1.x, wait, I think that's at x. So now I need to display those elements. So what I'm gonna do is basically to place those elements label on the top in the middle, then field in the center of the screen, and the button like somewhere here. How it's done at x basically allows like to take and relative to the screen, I guess, like 0.5, like 50%, like that. Then y would be 20. Then width and height would be, I don't think I need the height, but width would be like 140 Minecraft pixels, I guess. Text box would have something similar. It would be rx 0.5, y ry in the middle of the screen, and then width 140. And then finally the button would be same on the 5 at y, full down, but 40 pixels. Yeah, this one. 40 pixels up, and the width would be 40 as well. If I'm gonna so if yeah, so why didn't work? Probably if I run, nothing happens, right? So what if I got to do is to take and get player and then open the UI to this player. Now here we have solve the equation, complete the button, and looks like I need actually to put also the height for all of these elements. T, yeah. Now I think it looks like they're in the middle, but they're not like centered on their own. So this is indeed the middle, but I need to like shift all of these stuff to the side. So for that, I think there's an anchor function. Wrong one. Horizontal, vertical, both anchors. So 0.5. This is basically the anchor becomes the center. Then and 0 because it's from the top. Here anchor would be both 0.5 and 0.5 vertically, so horizontal and vertically. And for here it would be, so I guess I could just -20, then 0.5 and 1. Now it's in the middle. Great. So what I don't like is that it doesn't have a background, so I can just put here background, and I think, yeah, now it has background. Another thing is maybe it doesn't look that good when it's so 540 maybe it would look all good in the middle. Also, I want to add a background to the label. By default, he's gonna use okay, so it doesn't have the default, but I'll have a more or less half transparent black background, so like this. Solve this equation. And for label, I think I also need label anchor, because otherwise it doesn't, yes, it doesn't look very nice like that in the middle. Now everything looks good, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah. So first, so the puzzle I want to do is a simple one. It's basically to have what's called, it would be addition of two numbers, so kind of like an old caption. So first I have number 1, which would be 5, let's say. Number 2 would be 7. So you would ask, what would be number 1 plus number 2? Ask. And well, you know it's 12, but it doesn't do anything yet. So the way it's possible to do is, for example, I take here context t.get player get UI context. This way I have access to the context. Remember the show if UI context get last equals done, then I can check the data from the UI context, and it's a NBT compound, which is basically UI context, which is data which can be like shown like this, for example, data here. So complete, done 1, done 2. As you can see, this is the data that I'm receiving. So once it's done, as you saw, I pressed this, checked, and it works. So now what I need to do is to compare those two numbers. But how do I get these numbers? I mean, I can copy and paste, but what if I would want to make them random stuff? So for this, what I can do is to take the player, right? Then get it states, and then set number. So it would be result or something. Yeah, I guess result. Then number 1 plus number 2. That would be, it would be stored in the player states. So there is some error happens because nothing happens. How do I know? So here I can see what the problem is. This is a Minecraft log. You can also check in the logs.latest logs/latest.log, and I can see what's the error. So expected but not found. So I guess somewhere is an error in the syntax. Oh, yeah, I accidentally added here. Now, so nothing happened, right? But if I go to the Mappet dashboard and I'll check my states, there will be a result state. So as you can see, if I take and remove it, script, and 14 and 2, and then if I launch the script again, go back, player state, and there's a 16. So it works. So now I can take that result. I probably need to extract that player. Again, really? Bruh. Right. So more spams. So player states get number, and it was result. Now what is input? B, I can get I think integer. No, I'll need to get string first from the let's go from that from the text box, which is can be taken, as you saw in the chat that it was this part. So it's in text box. You can take the result, and if result equals parse int input, then I can say not print player.send correct, and if it wasn't correct, wrong. So let's see. So 14 plus 2 is gonna be 16. So I'm correct. But if I say 33, it's wrong. Correct. 15.9. Wrong. Correct. So now, based on that logic, I can do some stuff about it. So what I can do is probably I need to change the doors here to open door, but how can this be done? What can be done here is first I need to take the like that. Let's see, no, like that. I would need the lever. So what I need to do is to open the door, then look at the block, and then I need to get two states. So that's so I need to take the block state of this door right now and change it to from closed to opened. So how can this be done? So what I can do is basically check those states. So rate trace, distance, so 64. This is certainly going to be a hit. So what I can do is get block, get block. So you can see its position of these blocks. So if I get a block in the world, so see world, get world, get block, block.x, block.y, block.z. So I get the script state. So what I can take is block ID, Minecraft iron door, and it's meta. It's 10. So let's go back to the. So open door top. And to be Muppet get create block state the Minecraft door and was 10. Then let's do the same thing for the bottom part. Again, I should retrace or bc get world, get block, what is block.x, block.y, block.z, and b get meta, 6. So this was 10. Bottom 6. I also need coordinates for the door, so it was wait, it was here in REPL. So block x, wait, no, just block.x plus block.y plus block.z. Then I copy that. Then instead of saying that player is correct, what I can do is to take so see get world, then set block, it's get block. So first open door top, I think it was 5 because that's the first top, because I copied I think the bottom part, and bottom. That should okay. Let's try that out. So puzzle 16. See, it opened. Yay, it works for the first time. And if now I wonder what is the closed. How does the closed work? So top is 8 and bottom is 2. Top is 8, bottom is 2. I can do the same thing if the answer was wrong. I might also get the roll here, so it wouldn't be just a copy paste of that. Okay, close door top, bottom. So if I complete puzzle correctly, it's gonna open. If not, then it's gonna be, yeah. So now I need to connect that script to the button, which is done very easily. All I have to do is to type in script. Oh wait. Okay, let's like that. This E for everyone, and it was puzzle. Oh, I forgot. P script exec E puzzle. So done, and it's opened. So I might as well also for player close the UI if it was correct. Actually, I might want to close it over here no matter what happened. For example, 15, it's wrong. 16, it's correct. Maybe also let's add a sound. So play sound, no, player, play. I think there was a method so that I wouldn't have to. A script player was play static sound. So I can take that, then play static sound. So I think it was some idea of the sound, and the volume and pitch. So maybe I think it was like sound event. It was the XP. Yeah. And if it's not, I'll add something like maybe some piston sound. Yeah. So if I do that, hey, it's correct. And if it's not, yeah. So that's how it works. If you want to, maybe I guess. So yeah, this is the first example. I don't know if you want to see more examples, but that's how this works. So this is a not exactly a small script, but now let's talk. Maybe you want to like spice up and make a different number, like randomly generated. So what can be done here is, for example, I can make a function that gives me a random number between, so it's a plus difference between a and b, and it's time random, and I can, I guess, round it, and then round is basically, so it'd be just its full number. So between 1 and 100, and here is another like that. So 34 plus 21 would be 55. It's correct, but not correct. 77 plus 43 is 3, 80, 80 plus 40, 10? Nah, not correct. So 99 plus 80, and I'm embarrassing myself here. 99 be then plus 8 would be 17. Huh? Hey, I'm correct. Yeah, it's called second grade arithmetic, or third, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, 22 plus 26 would be 8, 48, I think. So yeah, now this works. For example, instead of closing the door, you can also, I guess, player kill or something. I don't know. So yeah, that's basically, or maybe you also want to make, I don't know, like spice it up by adding a little bit of formatting, color coding. It would be 59 first, so it's 18. So that's 180 thing. Okay. The way you can debug this is by either checking the log. For example, if I messed up, I would add here like, I don't know, like this number. It doesn't work. I check and there's like unexpected operand but found over here. It just says here. So something happened here. So what I do is remove it and it works again. If you don't know, for example, let's say, well, something wrong with, for example, with input. For example, if I just type in nothing, well, it did kill. So what you can do, you can always take and, for example, I don't know, like print number 1 plus number 2. If you launch it in the script, you can see 148, right? That's the. So yeah, I can just take and cheat on my own puzzle. So I got another one, 108, works. Then pick up again. 17, I think. No. So wait, it didn't work. Did I do something wrong? Again. Wait, that broke something? No, come on, clear. Is it the 146? So print here. It stopped working or something? 64 out of 66. Has no such nothing. Wait. I think I broke something. So again, this is all the stuff. Clear. Nothing happens. It's a sound. That works. I don't know what happened there for a second. So as you can see, you can use the print function to print in either in the, let's go in the Minecraft log. You can take and send it in the chat if you want to. Like this, 47. Immediately see the result. Works as well. Or yeah, or like that. So yeah, that's this example. Let's see the chat. The message retracted. Hi, Microsoft. Hello. Hey there. Hi. So can't stay right now. Dropping by to say hello. Hope the stream goes well. Okay. Thank you, Josiah. Western animals you create are probably the most advanced. I wouldn't say they're the most advanced, but they're pretty advanced. Create is pretty advanced. Then I think there was some mod. Oh, computer crafts is advanced for sure. There was also, I don't remember the name of the mod, but you could basically have redstone circuits, like not just like so like these ones, right? They are big, right? there was some mod that allows you like to like chisel on a bit redstone. That was really pretty crazy. There was way more than just repeater and just stone like that. Easily. Can I record the function set morph like in the video, let down Z and moves that I made? Oh, so you're asking whether you can start recording yourself with a Mappet trigger or something. There is action record command record, but the problem with it is that there is no there's no way to specify the player. So yeah, it's not possible. I'm pretty sure you can, for example, let's see, Blockbuster, forgot command record. So here I have the code for command, which is what's called. This is the code for Blockbuster action record. So if I take, for example, what is the scene for? So what I can do, I guess, is to take this code and record. So I need a couple of things. So here, common proxy x1. So this is the file name. Test. There will be let's say like a scene and player. So I can get player from C, get player, and get Minecraft entity. That should be the player. File name is a recording, and so what I need to do now is to define common proxy, which should be speaking of Java, you can get Java stuff. So common proxy is over here. So I think this should work. Let's try it out, but before I try, let me create a scene, because without a scene it probably won't work. Test. It was just called scene. That was scene 1 and scene 2. Let's say no. So this will be like this delta B, and the other one will be this delta. So I'll record scene 1. Just this is the regular stuff. Hi or something, I don't know. This, okay, this works. And then I'll take this one, and then cn2, and if I execute this code, nothing happened. I wonder why. Scenes record. So I have a player, scene 2. So oh, it's the other order. See, now it started recording because I literally executed Blockbuster code. Now, yes, you can have this work, but as you can see, like, it requires knowledge of actual Blockbuster code and messing with Java type and other stuff. So if you know what you're doing, yes, you can take, and you said with the keybind. So say like, I don't know, record them. That, then script, then record, and then function record, no function. Then toggle mode will have variable. So I guess you wanted to like if, wait, actually never mind, I don't need to do anything, but basically if I hold, as you can see I'm holding right now, and once I release it stops recording. So yeah, this way you can kind of create your own. And then, so if I, for example, if c get value, that's the variable from the toggle state, print started recording, and otherwise stopped recording. So if I take this and that, and then I started recording, and then once I release the key, it stopped recording. So yeah, that works. Then, as you say, I already can record the script trigger with Blockbuster. What do you mean by recording the script? Duty cookie. If you're still here, iRoxer, hey. Then there was also some message by Deeply. Say my name. Well, I said your name, Deeply. Where are you from? That's a secret. Not comfortable sharing that. So yeah, you can also take Java code and execute directly from scripts. So, and you can do a lot of other stuff. For example, thinking I can record the set morph function. What do you mean by recording the set morph function? That doesn't exactly mean a lot. I mean, if you mean like, let's say, oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Wait. I think I know what you're talking about. Let me just quickly grab that. I think it's gonna work. Let me see. So, project. So yeah, here is a script. Lie down. It's the one that is from a tutorial, and if I go and add a new one, it's gonna be, I think, let's say it's comma. Script lie down and toggle mode. Yeah, the script doesn't work. I mean, why doesn't it work? Because texture, skins, copy. I'm just checking it right now. I don't think it's gonna be the same every time. But skin. So yes, it changes the skin, and let's see if it works during recording, right? You want to see? So it's interesting. Why? Oh, it's a different one. Fred. Why there is no head? Where is the head? This is suspicious, and not in a sus way. But there is no head. Oh well. Yeah, now just do my skin then. Where is my? There you go. So copy. Now copy MT. So wait, I can actually just take here, paste, then forgot one important thing. Make it line and the speed at half. So let's see. Okay, let's try it out. Yep, it works perfectly fine. So it does records line on the ground. Okay, so another thing I wanted to show before I go off is basically like, I guess, taking entities around me and upon pressing the button, wait first, before. So what I want to do is like, I don't know, superpower. So what I want to do is to take entities around me. So what I need to do is to get world, get entities, I think those radius. So what I need is my position, get position. So because again forgot what the, so x, y, z and radius. So let's say p.x, p.y, p.z, like 8 blocks radius and for every entity. So e, it's for entity, and what I want to do is to first set on fire, and then I also want to throw in the outside. Basically, the way I can do that is to EP would be in this position. I also want to remove this comment. So it set motion. So what I need to do is take, I think, C. So ep.x minus p.x. So I need to get difference. Wow. So difference of position of the player and the entity. Then I calculate the distance, which is square root of x times of square of sum of squares of the components p.z times e.z, and I need to multiply that distance. So that would give me a unit vector which I can regulate the power. So let's see if I now can set the motion p.y, and maybe I'll also like throw in a bit upward. So superpower, new key, hotkey, I would say not be comma script. So now if I have here, nothing happened because I guess maybe an error. Let's see. No. As get post post. So let's see. Get position. Whoa, have you seen that? Okay, I need to also... Wow. I forgot I don't need to multiply and divide. And then... Wait, no, like that. ep.x divide by distance, but times large strain, force, I guess, I don't know. So like that, y and z, and maybe a little bit of that. And most importantly, if e is the same thing as, we need to, if the same, wait, I think there was a, is same as, yes, so I just continue because I don't want to launch myself as well. Why so powerful? Come on, I divide by distance. So print ep.x, ep.y, there's ep.y plus ep.z. Those numbers seem reasonable. Why so fast? Heated set motion, still burning. Now it's just on fire. Come on, it's not a big number. It's barely even a 1. Let's try even a smaller number. Wow. Maybe the problem is set position. Wait, no, cannot be. Okay, let's try into separate variables. EP position. Oh wait, it was subtract. And then the same thing, x, because since already, and then please work this time, come on. Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't. It was instead of E P. It was P. That was the problem. Wow, it was like nothing. Maybe 5. All right. That's why it doesn't work. Because I forgot to replace here as well. Yeah, now it works. Now I'm a super horse who can take and can let's say sheep. It was a creeper. Oh man. Now it's for real. Oh man. Now I can just destroy everyone by the pressing comma key. Can I add more than one multiple hotkeys? More since vertical? Yeah, I think it should work. Hello, have a good day, Macars. Thank you. What are you scripting? I was scripting a superpower which allows me to take and push away entities and also set them on fire. Okay. Think that's all I wanted to show here, and let me use my powers on those slimes. So powerful. Anyways, this is all about scripts. I don't know whether it was helpful, but I hope that a little bit of demonstrations and those tests allowed you to like that LARPing sound. Well, how to add another? Can you show me how to add another keybind? I mean, just literally press here, add a trigger hotkey, and then you add key you want. That's it. Then if you want to record from another scene, you can just, I don't know, like so scene, you get value scene, you can take and substitute in the variables. Well, that was for record or for more. I don't remember, basically, so like that. Wait, I don't remember what was that. So if I take here and for comma instead of superpower, I'm gonna have here script record. So for custom data, scene file name scene1. Then I can take copy this trigger, a trigger hotkey. That's gonna be a dot. Paste and scene2. So wait, what is that? Oh, okay. So that's gonna be scene1. All right. Forgot about toggle mode. So just like that. And then if I want to go, I can press. That's scene 2. There you go, I have 2 scenes. And both of them are using keybinds, and if you want, like with morphs, I guess you can do the same thing, like lie down. That's gonna be much more complicated because, like, from all those forgot. So because of the morph data, you'd have to, like, instead of like you have here, so c get value down, morph down, and morph up. So let's say on morph copy nbt, then here high down, here that, then morph up, then also morph down, and then I'll need to copy to recent. Get this, copy nbt, morph down. Let's try that out. That didn't work because why not? Can't unambiguously select between fixed reg signatures. What do you mean? Oh, right. Wait. What is that? It's a no? Well, I guess you can't pass more complicated data than that, so yeah, tough luck. So yeah, if you would want to do that, you would have to like so the something like one second. So if I don't know, like morph is equals to mark horse, you have one, else if you have like morph is like dipsy, then I'll take the same thing, and instead of that morph I would have a, it was down, if down then it's gonna be this one, and if not it's gonna be this one, and here for morph, what's morph? Morph was course, I think. Oh, it's from wrong. No, it's correct. So if I take that, then create another one, and dot. Then here instead gypsy. It doesn't work. Why not? Wait. Print c get values. Let's say oh, maybe it's just a problem. Let's see. C get value down. Oh, it's wrong. Forgot. So yeah, here you have. Why? Deep closed. Should be the same thing. Deep C. Yeah, it's deep C here. And toggle mode. And oh, right, because these keys for the morphing. So because so like that, and then like that. So yeah, that's you can have different morphs for different keys without, I guess, creating lots of scripts. You still have to have here this, which is annoying. Oh wait, yeah. Maybe you can copy and paste from here into the trigger itself, but it's still a lot of data to pass on. So yeah. So I hope this was helpful. I guess. Right. I guess it would help you a bit with scripts if you're planning on doing them. There are websites like, it's the wrong one, like JavaScript tutorial and stuff, but a lot of stuff, as I said, for example, this is new. This is like new features that do not exist in the ES5 version of JavaScript. There's arrow functions, which are also in the new versions of JavaScript. So like instead of arrow functions, they're like f function a turn a times 5. So f is a function, f5 would be 25, f3 would be f15. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.